Hello everyone, my name is Phil, and together with Camilo, Dan, and John, we are the Game Pack. Welcome to the 46th episode of our gaming news podcast, the PackCast. Today we're going to be talking about some really cool and exciting stuff. I can't wait to get into it. You might have heard about this PlayStation 5 not producing as many consoles as maybe people might want. So you might have a hard time getting a PS5 at launch. Facebook is taking on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. But does your aunt watch video game live streams? Mario Maker is having a final update, which is super exciting, and also exciting is the Animal Crossing update that was announced. And as always, we're going to round out the show with what we've been playing and this week's new releases. So let's just dive right into our first story. PlayStation 5 shortages at launch? Question mark? So according to Bloomberg News, Sony will only make about 5 to 6 million PlayStation units in the first 2 quarters of sale. This is said to be due to Sony grappling with the price, as well as the availability of some of the components they need to actually make the darn thing. They also noted in the story that the 5 to 6 million number is lower than the 7.5 million the PS4 units sold between that window during the PS4 launch. So if people are trying to upgrade or buy something, that's not the same. It's less. I don't know if you guys know this, but 5 to 6 is less than 7.5. So I don't know. I want to talk to you guys about this. So the thought of a limited supply, do you think that's going to entice people to pick it up quicker? What do you guys think that's going to do to the sales numbers?
I mean, I kind of want to pre-order one immediately as soon as they go available.
Yeah, you're worried?
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to buy a PS5 at launch, but now I kind of want to get one because they might be like rare. Like the day one editions might be rare.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna boost sales, and there's definitely gonna be a shortage. Yeah, this is like, as far as I know, this is the kind of thing Nintendo also like does, but on purpose.
Well, that's what it seems like they do sometimes. But
right.
Like, currently, there's a Switch shortage, and I don't think they can do anything about that.
Yeah. I think the shortage is definitely a product of the time that it's being released and worked on, but this is definitely going to help interest in the system, I think.
Yeah, that in addition to, I also wanted to bring up the fact that come Christmas time, we're still going to be feeling the effects of the capital V, and people are going to be wanting to get their hands on the new console. And if they can't get their hands on a Switch, is what a lot of people are trying to buy. And some people have been holding out. I know I was talking to some of my friends. They're like, well, I'm not going to buy a system now. If this thing's coming out Christmas time, I'm just going to wait. So we've got people who are like waiting, like that aren't adopting this gen, waiting for next gen. I've got to imagine that these things are going to be gone. We've got the Switch Autobot problem, which I'll just briefly touch on. There are basically bots auto buying switches, and then people are putting them straight on eBay for like twice the price.
So messed up.
So I would imagine that like if that's working so well for these annoying scalpers, why wouldn't they create Autobots, which I think should be called Decepticons? Why wouldn't they create Autobots to buy up all these PS5s and then sell them at a huge markup?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's also a huge player base of PlayStation 4 that are going to convert over to PlayStation 5. So it's gonna be hard to find a PlayStation 5 at launch.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the saving grace is if it
doesn't have any games.
Well, yeah. And the economy, well, I wouldn't say saving grace, but the economy is going to be in such an odd spot once we get out of all of this.
Yeah.
And people are going to be tight with their money.
Yeah.
So
that's 100% true.
Paying, I think the report said they're debating between $500 and $550 for a launch price.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of money to put out.
That's still kind of high. I would say,
yeah.
I can't see them going over 500.
I think it'll be $499.
They can't.
I mean, they did 600, and that worked out so well for them back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when the X came out, it was 600, wasn't it?
No.
I don't think
5?
any modern console's been 600 since like the PS3.
Yeah, since PS3. Xbox One was 500.
No, the X.
No, it was 400 at launch.
The Xbox One X was
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
400.
I think so.
No.
Maybe, I think it was maybe 500.
I think it was at least 500.
I
Because
know
I remember like pulling out my credit card and being like, should I be doing this right now? I feel like 400, I would have been like, I'm only mildly irresponsible for this.
Oh, it was $499.
Yeah, okay. So 500. So I think it's got to be 500.
Now you could get like that. You could get that for like 300 now, and you could get the PS4 Pro for 300.
So a $200 markup, I think, is where we're gonna be.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of money.
To respond to something John said a little earlier about getting that day one model, like I know PlayStation 3, the day one model is like the hot commodity because it can. Backward compatible. Yeah, I got one as well. I do also have a concern though that like game development could also very much be delayed and hindered and scaled way back as well. So you might end up with this system that is like the definitive edition of the system, but there are only like a handful of games on them for the foreseeable future. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna let it being like limited be like I gotta get it now. I'll get it when I see a game I want.
Yeah.
If they show Bloodborne 2, man,
I might.
I'll wait outside now.
I kind of want to wait for like some of those limited editions were so awesome. Like the God of War one. I remember the Final Fantasy 15 one looked pretty rad.
Yeah, I got the God of War PS4 Pro.
Like, dude, like those are sweet. Like, I wonder if we'll get any of those close to launch. Like that Cyberpunk Xbox looks awesome.
Yeah, that's coming out in what, August?
Yeah, it's coming out before the game.
But yeah, I mean that's a couple months away from the Xbox Series X. So it's like, why not wait to buy a new system? I mean, it just looks a little different.
So one of the questions we had written down here that we were going to talk about is, do you think Sony doesn't really know how they're going to price their system? Like, we're guessing, maybe 500, probably not 600. 600 is a thing of the past. Do you think they already know what they're going to price it, or do you think they're still playing the waiting game behind closed doors?
This whole thing kind of makes me feel like Xbox revealed their stuff. They revealed their hand. They were on top of it. They were ready. And Sony just feels kind of like they're scrambling to catch up. And I'm honestly not sure if they entirely have everything like fully completed as far as specs and pricing and pieces together yet.
They probably have.
I think they just want to undercut Xbox.
Yeah, they probably have a range. They probably have like, this is the lowest we could possibly go, and this is the highest that we could potentially go. There's probably a range, and then they'll see what Microsoft does with their pricing, and then go from there. There is a rumor of a Xbox Series X event happening in May, so that's when I think everything's going to get revealed for Xbox. And then Sony will probably come out with something like in the near future.
Interesting.
So we still don't know what games are on these things.
I know what games are on the Xbox One Series X or Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Every Xbox game.
Halo Infinite, we know that.
That's true. Jade Empire on the original Xbox will be on it. And it'll look dope because I played Jade Empire on my Xbox One X, and I was like, what is this game? This looks like an Xbox One game, and it's from like 1999. Like, what is this craziness?
All I have to do is buy the unit.
2077.
Godfall for PS5, right?
Yeah, they did announce that. All I have to do is buy the system for Xbox because I have Game Pass. I could just download whatever first-party games they have at launch.
That is just so enticing. They really did set themselves up. like this, they didn't win this time, but they were like, let's think about the future. So I don't know, man. If PlayStation can't make the amount of units that they need to make, if they can't get the components, I can't imagine they could figure out their pricing if they're like, well, we're not 100% sure if we can even make this many millions of units. Yeah. So like, how are we gonna like justify this to like the people who invest in us, like taking like this massive loss just to like undercut our competitor?
Yeah, it could very much scare off developers as well.
Yeah. Shortages are a pain. Like the Switch had a shortage, the Wii had a shortage.
I tracked down a Wii for like 6 months after it came out.
Yeah, that one was the worst.
Dude, my friends all like in college like lined up outside of a Walmart and they all got Wiis on day one.
Might have to jealous. Well, we probably can't do that now. Maybe 6 feet apart from everybody, but
yeah,
I'll have to line up outside.
Line up in cars.
Yeah.
Get your Autobot ready.
Oh my god. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess I'll throw another question in here because we sort of touched on it. John, you think you might pre-order?
Yeah, I'll probably pre-order it. I have GameStop gift cards that I want to use before they go out of business.
That's hilarious. Camilo, day one buy? I know we usually...
Unless there's a launch title they announce that I'm interested in, yes. Otherwise, I'm not just buying it just to have it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to wait to see what the games are. But I need to get one of them, I think, on day one.
There's a rumor that Spider-Man 2 is the launch.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that would definitely sell units if that's the case.
Holy, you just got me so excited.
I hope I'm not wrong. I saw it like over the past week. So
that'd be sick too if you could get like a limited edition Spider-Man.
I live and die by rumors right now. There's no solid information.
I know.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Trilogy.
That Super Mario collection that definitely is not happening.
Yeah. I think for me, I typically wait until at least the second iteration of a system comes out before I consider which camp I want to devote my energies to.
What if there's like a new, like, let's just say not like an Animal Crossing style game, but let's just say like for you, like the next Odyssey or the next Animal Crossing comes out, like you're gonna rush out and get the system then?
Well, yeah, of course. Like, like for like Nintendo specifically, as you mentioned.
No, he means
right. I mean, like,
is there a game? Yeah, is there a game that would make you buy the system immediately?
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying. I mean, like for Nintendo, yes, because they're kind of like separate and a different category entirely. Mm-hmm. I know that they're not competing with each other, and so I'll go out and get it pretty soon on. The other two, competition and very much the library is shared. That's where, I don't think there's going to be and there aren't any games like that I'm like, oh, I've got to play the next iteration. I could only think of Nintendo games in that regard.
I need to play the sequel to God of War.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's not going to be at launch.
I need to try the God of War series.
Yes, you do. I would skip the original trilogy.
You can start on 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 4.
I would start on the reboot.
Yeah, start on the reboot.
I've
played
the one I don't have.
I have the other ones. I play them. They're fine. They're just super different.
Yeah,
they're super different. But they're interesting and short. The first 2 I think are super short. Anyways, I think that's all we really have to say about PlayStation 5 shortages. We'll have more news as the stories develop, as we learn more about them being able to create more systems and stuff like that. But for now, we're going to put a pin in it. We'll talk about it later. Let's move on to talk about my favorite social media website, and that's Facebook. Facebook Gaming is going to have an app. So Facebook has launched an app that is specifically made for Facebook Gaming. It is designed to take on the likes of Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube, which already they're beating YouTube because YouTube deleted their YouTube Gaming app for reasons I will never understand. They are implementing a souped-up events gaming tournaments thing, kind of like the events pages thing on Facebook. You can like run a tournament through that if you're a streamer or maybe like you could just be a guy, I suppose, and just like run an event or like, you know, do something for charity through that. I would imagine it'd be a cool way to implement that. So I guess my first question is, it's not necessarily gaming related. It's social media related. Do any of you use Facebook anymore?
Not really. I mean, I used to use it for like groups, like gaming groups, and I mean, in college I used it, but you know, that's 10 years ago. I don't know who half my friends are on there anymore. And a lot of I guess my family's on there and stuff, but I just don't really follow it.
I have an account, but only to keep in contact with just a few people that otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep in contact with, but I never, ever use it other than those reasons.
I guess I'll speak to my experience. So I had it for a while, and I found that it was just kind of, I would get stuck in the scroll. Facebook was like really bad. Like for me, I don't get stuck into the scroll too much on any social media websites, except for Facebook would get me really bad. And I found it was a total productivity killer. And I also just realized all the people on there were people from my high school or my college. And I only took away like 2 to 3 between both high school and college combined, 2 to 3 solid lifelong friends from both those institutions. And both those dudes are on my phone and I text them. So like, I hated it. I don't like it at all. I thought they got super toxic and crazy during the last election cycle. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm out. Bye-bye. And I like applied for whatever like deletion, like, you know, permanent deletion they do. I just did air quotes for everybody. I
deactivated my account, but because like I like to like once in a while go back in because it like stores like all your old photos and stuff, so I can like grab stuff. But yeah, like I deactivated it like 3 years ago, and it was mostly like I used it a lot in college and high school, but like you get to a point in your life where like maybe you don't interact with like those people anymore, so you're just like, I'll go to like actually I feel like Twitter has like replaced Facebook for me because like I'll be in the scroll on Twitter, I'll just like scroll, but
it's way more interesting.
Yeah, because you follow and people follow you based on like your interests.
Yeah, and you get you
learn
of, like, stuff.
Instead of just like, oh, I just live near these people, that's why I'm friends with them.
Yeah, or like here's Billy's hot take on Bernie Sanders. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But oh, here's a sick announcement about Nintendo. Awesome. Like that's like, ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't like Facebook.
It's a hotspot for political takes and people just argue on there. It is a very toxic platform.
I know I just threw Bernie Sanders out there, but I'm not going to take a political take during the podcast. Just FYI. Sorry. I just said a name.
Facebook is the armpit of the internet. The stinky armpit of the internet.
Ooh, let's get some deodorant on that thing.
Seriously.
So anyways, that's how we all personally feel about Facebook. So let's move on to the question, can Facebook be a viable platform for gaming content? I mean, we're all content creators and we hate the thing. So
I mean, I can give it to them that they're trying. Like
they did get an exclusive deal.
Yeah, they're doing stuff YouTube gave up on, like the app and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. They gave Zero an exclusive deal.
I mean, they are doing stuff. They're trying things, but like with YouTube, when I was streaming on YouTube, I'd be competing with all of the non-live content as well, because YouTube excels at non-live content.
Absolutely.
With Facebook, I feel like I'm going to be competing, if I were on Facebook streaming, competing with all of the toxic news articles or everything else on Facebook. It'd be far worse than YouTube ever was, I think.
But at least they have a separate gaming. Well, they have a separate gaming app where if you're looking for gaming content, then you could just go to the gaming app and not deal with the regular.
Yeah,
Facebook.
it'd just be like a gaming app that's like made by Facebook. Like all those posts won't be in there.
I know how YouTube gaming was actually pretty decent to use.
Gosh, why? Why? What is her name? Susan? Why, Susan?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, their whole... Like, they don't really care about the creators. They just care about the money that the creators make for them.
YouTube?
So they're... Yeah.
Yeah,
So
totally.
They're going to push out the more popular...
Yeah, I was just going to say, Facebook really cares about their consumers. That's why they handle all their controversy really well, because it's not about the dollar for Facebook. They don't care about that AdSense at all.
No. I'm just saying, like... I mean, I'm hoping they don't go that route. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll see that this Facebook gaming is shut down, and like all the small creators are just left out in the dust, just like YouTube did.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be. Go ahead.
If Facebook gaming takes off, I would be the most shocked person ever. I cannot see it ever getting a foothold in any meaningful way.
Me neither.
I mean, there's a huge user base on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is the thing that they've got in their favor is the massive, like they already have 1 million people signed up.
Yeah,
not 1 million.
Yeah, and so did Google when they tried to release their social networking. What was it called? Google Plus?
Yeah, Google Plus.
And people hated it, and they ended up having to rewrite the code for their website to get rid of it because they had integrated it. It didn't work, even though they had the user base.
So I hear you there. But with Facebook, you're already on the website in a way that you can consume gaming content. With like Google, you have a Gmail account, but like you'd have to then navigate to Google Plus to like interact with that website. Like I think it's a different they got people, but like the way that Facebook has people is a different way than the way that Google had people.
Perhaps.
So it's an easier transition, I feel.
Maybe.
Because they already feed them content. Google didn't do that.
They did through YouTube. They force-fed people tons of content through YouTube, and you had to have a Google Plus account and have YouTube.
You're not on Google Plus.
Yeah.
That is true. It'll be interesting to see how they integrate it, how they keep it separate, because it's important to integrate enough, but keep it separate enough as well. There's a sweet spot, and I don't know if it can be hit. I don't know.
I don't think so. Anyways. As much as I love talking about Facebook, do you guys have any final thoughts? Because there are two way cooler stories to talk about, and I want to get into them right after this commercial break. Can we go to break?
Do it.
Sure.
Let's go to break. Go to commercial break.
Are you having difficulties with design ideas on your Animal Crossing island? Why not create a shrine to your favorite collaborative YouTube channel, The Game Pack, a place where you can see our lovely faces every day. Go there and listen to the PackCast, which is on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play for hours on end. It'll be sure to give your island a 5-star rating. Now back to the PackCast.
All right, and we're back. So Super Mario Maker 2 is getting a massive, however, it's a final update. There were a couple things that I definitely wanted to see from it that I didn't see, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's talk about the things that they did give us. So they gave us a Super Mario Brothers 2 mushroom, which turns you into the Super Mario Brothers 2 Mario, which means when you jump on a Goomba, he doesn't go kersplat. You can just pick them up and throw them, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of other things you can do with it. I'm not going to get into it now. They also gave us Frog Suit from Super Mario 3, which I was super excited about. They also gave it the addition of being able to run on the top of the water, which you couldn't do before. You get the Power Balloon from Super Mario World. You get Boomerang Flower, which gives you the boomerang power from 3D Land and World.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then they also the cannon box from 3D World, propeller box from 3D World. Red Pow box is new. Then there's Bullet Bill mask and Goomba mask, which is I think Dan would agree that it's very Odyssey-esque. I would say that the Goomba mask is very Majora's Mask-esque in Breath of the Wild, but moving on. The Koopalings, aka Bowser's non-children, that are the bosses of all of like Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, and like a ton of other games. When they've silently like implemented them again, they're like the end bosses. There's Wendy, there's Iggy, Ludwig. You guys know the Koopalings. If you don't, play some Mario. Gosh. They got the cursed key from Super Mario Bros. 2, which makes that scary mask thing follow you. The on-off trampoline is a new mechanic that looks kind of interesting. They added back the Mecha Koopa from Super Mario World that now has new powers. And then, I mean, I'm listing just random things, but like the huge things, we've got World Maker, which means you can make your own video game. You can make your own Super Mario game, and I'm so excited about it. And then what's Super Worlds, guys? I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like how Super Mario World had the S World, like the special zones that you could add on.
Okay.
I think that's how I took it.
Oh, I
right.
think it. Well, you could have 8 worlds in your World Maker.
Mm-hmm. So, let's just say, what are we most excited about in the final update? I'll go quick just so I will zip my lip for a second. I am the most excited about being able to make my own Super Mario game from start to finish with like an arc, with like levels going from easier to hard. Like, I'm very, very excited about that.
That is awesome.
I have wanted to make my own Mario game since I was like 4 years old. So I'm currently making one. It's in the Super Mario 3 style. It'll be entirely in the Super Mario 3 style. And it is the sequel to Super Mario 3, where you start in Bowser's Castle and you work your way all the way back home to Grasslands.
That's
So
fun.
Nice.
that's what I'm doing, and so I'm so excited about, and I would love to hear what you guys are excited about.
I mean, I am pumped for the Super Mario Worlds too, but I feel like it's a little. I don't know. I played the heck out of this game when it first launched.
Yeah,
and I burned out pretty quickly.
I hear you.
And I wish this was earlier. You know, like I would have loved if they launched with this Super Mario World Maker, and you could just make your whole like game right off the bat. I mean, I'll probably mess around with it for a little bit, but I won't. I probably won't make an 8-world experience. I'm super excited for the frog suit. That is one of my favorite power-ups ever.
Yep.
I'm glad they finally brought it back.
I love using it when you're not supposed to. Like, it adds like an added difficulty.
Oh yeah. It's
like,
so hard to like. Well, it looks like he's in the game. It looks like Mario's running. Do they run? Does he run or does he hop?
I think he hops, right? He has to hop. If he doesn't hop, I think you can only run when he's on the water. We'll have to replay the video.
Yeah.
But it seemed to me that it was the same thing. I hope he doesn't run. That would be annoying.
I don't know, but those are the things that I'm most excited for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for me, like, World Maker is definitely cool. I think early on, one of the things I said I would have liked to see was like a Super Mario Odyssey type, like inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like the Cannon Box, Propeller Box, Red Pal Box, Goomba Mask, and Bullet Mask feels close enough to capturing those different enemies,
right,
in order to satisfy that want for me. I think is really cool. And on-off trampoline, I think, is going to be really cool as well. I'm already picturing things that I want to try out and see if they work the way that I'm envisioning them. And then one more was the what was it? I don't remember. I guess those are those are the things I'm most interested in. Oh yeah, the Koopalings.
Yeah.
You can only go so far with Boom Boom and whatever her name was.
Boom Boom, Bowser Jr.
Pom-Pom.
Yeah.
Pom Pom, yeah. Yeah, so having the Koopalings is going to be massive.
They each have like their own special abilities, which is pretty cool.
They're unique. They're not just different skins of each other.
Yep.
Which is
Cam, the one that loves the game the most and owns it.
Yeah, so I don't own this game, and I don't think I will buy it after this update. But I really like the 3D World. The 3D World editions look cool. Like I like the propeller box and the cannon box. Those are really cool.
That
the trampolines,
the 3D World play style in that game is awesome. Like I love that style, the 3D World style.
Yeah.
The cat suit and.
I just go back to what I'm the most nostalgic for, and I prefer Mario 3. And then I play levels of people who have made a Mario 3 level, and I'm like, you obviously did not grow up with this. This is a terrible level. Delete it immediately.
When you play through Super Mario Bros. 3, those levels are so short. I didn't realize how short they were until I like went back and played it again. I'm like, man, you can beat this in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Unless you play the whole game is kind of long.
You can beat it in 3 hours. For every level.
One thing I will say is that I'm really happy. Like this being the final update is like it's kind of sad, but at the same time, like I'm happy with the direction they took this game over the first game. Like this one feels so much more like Mario Maker to me than the first game did. Despite having Link in here, I'll let that slide. You know, that's not Mario.
Why does it feel like more of a Mario
because
Maker?
In the first game, there were so many things to just alter it completely. You could play as a Metroid level, as Metroid Lady.
That's so cool.
That was awesome.
But it's not Mario Maker. You want to make Mario games, and this actually gives it to you finally.
But you don't get any like special abilities. It's just you're wearing a skin. You're wearing a skin. The amiibo skins were so cool. I wish they would have brought them back.
Yep.
Well,
one of the
you
things
do get
that
special abilities though in the first game with the skins. You do like the lanky Mario makes you jump really weird.
Yeah, but that's like that's not the.
Oh yeah, but that's not the like Metroid stuff. That's not, like
right.
That would be akin to like the Super Mario Brothers 2 mushroom or the frog suit, or like any of these power ups. Like that's
whenever
different.
whenever I see someone running around as anime girl going yabba bwah bwah, it doesn't feel like Mario. It doesn't feel like I'm watching or playing Mario. So yeah, that's just a hot take. Feels more like Mario Maker with the it seems more cohesive as a whole for Mario Maker. What they've done with this update to me.
John, do you miss the amiibo costumes?
I miss the amiibo costumes.
Me too.
They were amazing. They each had their own like sounds, and it was just really fun. Like I made an amiibo hunting level. It was it's my favorite level that I've made like in both games.
I made a Metroid level. I made Viridian Forest with Pikachu, and that was really cool. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't make a ton of them, but like I made a few, and I was like, this is a fun change playing with like characters that I also like. It's like, you know, they call it Mario Kart, but they got Splatoon in there. They got Link. They got they got Donkey Kong. They got lots of guys in there that ain't Mario.
If they would have called Mario Maker 1 Game Maker, I think that would have fit better.
But it was only in
and
one
they
play
don't call it Nintendo Kart.
It was only in the one play style, and like not that many people used it. You could have found a ton of content that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I feel
hear you. I kind of derailed us a little.
I think Super Mario Maker 2 is just like an expansion on the first one. There are some they had some good ideas. I'm very disappointed that they have the additional game styles section. Yeah, but there's only 3D World.
There's only one in there. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe the update will change it, so it'll just say
yeah, maybe it will just leave that.
That kind of leads us into our second question a little bit.
It does. So, was there anything that they didn't include that you wish you have? I will go first because I think Dan already has mine and I don't want him to steal it. I think that in the additional game section, there should have been Super Mario Land 6 golden coins.
Yep, that's the one.
Why didn't we get more themes when there was a section for more themes, and also where that 6 golden coins at?
Seriously,
it's probably it was probably planned. They probably had a ton of content planned, and then something something didn't work. Like maybe like they probably planned to do a Super Mario Brothers 2 play style. Because why would they put the mushroom in there if they weren't planning on something like that?
To appease the fans that have been asking for it since one.
Yeah, well, like it just seems like they probably were planning to do that type of game style, but it was like more in depth than they were expecting. So
yeah,
they didn't do it.
I mean, dude, you got to think about like how all of these pieces go across all of these different themes and how they all need to interact with each other. Like, it's a complicated mess if you think about it, which is why like so many people make like glitch levels and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like hard. You got to be a really hard game to make because you're just making a sandbox.
I like the normal platforming levels.
Same.
You don't like the puzzle ones?
I don't really like the puzzle ones.
I don't care for puzzles. I don't care for Kaizo.
Like when you go in a door and you just immediately die.
Yeah,
that's not a puzzle. That's a I don't even know. That's a troll. That's a troll level.
There, just like any of the styles, there are good puzzle levels and there are bad puzzle levels. There are good platforming levels. There are bad platforming levels. It really depends on the care and abilities that the person had.
It's like
when they were designing
never
their
played a
level.
Mario game before, you know?
Yeah. Crap puzzle levels are disgusting, but good ones, I think, are really engaging and enjoyable.
I think most of them are just too long. Like, I think they're just too long.
I personally don't like puzzle levels in general because part of Mario that I enjoy the most is the momentum and the jumping and the platforming. So, like, when you're doing a puzzle level, like, sure, maybe you'll have that for, like, a few moments, but then it's like, oh, no, like, let's figure out, we got to throw this thing up here to get the power block, to break this, to move the muncher. Like, it's just like, I get it. Like I don't want to play the meta right now. I just want to, like, jump over Goombas, dude.
So, you know, in that whole trailer, they show off, like, how you could use these abilities. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to see a ton of the levels that just have that, like, people doing the same exact stuff that was in the trailer. Like, there's no creativity there.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice, do you guys watch Wolf Den at all?
Yeah, Wolf Den.
Yeah, he noticed it, and in the thumbnail of the World Maker, it's they made something inappropriate. Nintendo did.
What'd they do?
Why don't you take a second look at it?
Oh, was it okay? Kind of.
I thought it was potentially intentional. Anyways, I'm derailing us.
Yeah.
So
I'll try to find what you're referring to.
Oh, speaking of Mario Maker, I have a Mario Maker water bottle that I'm drinking out of today. I didn't even notice that.
Nice. What else didn't they include? Gosh, there was something else I had.
All the updates were free, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Did you that Mario Land style?
Yeah, I think people would pay for that.
I'd pay for it. Oh, something I wanted to say about how, John, earlier you were like, this is like maybe too late, and like you would have been excited to see this. I am thinking this is the perfect time, because if they wouldn't, or the fact that they've done this has actually gotten the cartridge back out for me again, because
that's true.
I don't think I would have ever touched it ever again unless they would have done something this big and this cool. So I think that they did breathe a huge new life into the Mario Maker community, at least for me. I'm excited for it happening now, because
I was like watching a few videos saying it might be like too late because like people don't care as much anymore. As
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying.
Compared to if they had done like an update with like, oh, this is like the Mario 2 update. Oh, and this is like all the 3D World stuff. No, and this is like the Super World.
Yeah.
It would have like
Yeah,
kept people's interest.
I feel like the updates were way too spread out. Like we got one.
Yeah.
Was there
How many months ago?
big ones?
It was a few months ago. Was the Link one?
Mm-hmm.
And then that was about it, right?
Yeah.
This game came out last June, so we're almost a year.
Yep.
And we get two updates, whereas the original Super Mario Maker was getting updates like every week or every couple weeks.
Well, the Wii U didn't have a lot going on.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I'm torn. I went hard when it first came out, and then I got burned out. And a lot of these things look cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't imagine like streaming it, because I know that if I'm trying to make a cool level, everyone's gonna come in and be like, "Play my level. Here's my code."
Yep.
And it's like, welcome to the channel. I'm designing a level clearly.
Yep.
I'm not playing levels.
That
right
was my experience today. However, most of the people who showed up were very respectful, and I had a very good time. So,
yeah, I think if you manage it, it's not too bad. Like if you don't let those people get to you, like it's gonna happen.
Right.
Just like any game you play, you're gonna get trolls, or you're gonna get people coming in saying something that's dumb.
They're like, "Why aren't you playing Animal Crossing?" Because I don't care to. But thank you. Anyways, let's. Do you guys want to wrap up final thoughts on Super Mario Maker 2 massive and final update?
When does this come out?
Tomorrow.
Or yesterday.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. 22nd.
Comes out the 22nd.
I'll check it out.
I'm very excited. So you can catch me streaming it on Twitch, and I'm making a full arse game. I'm excited about it.
You can have up to 40 levels. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, it's 8 worlds, 40 courses.
I wonder if you can make multiple worlds.
What do you mean multiple worlds?
Because you could have over 100 stages. Like
multiple games, you mean?
Like multiple, like you'll have 8 worlds with 40 stages. That would be like Phantastic World 1 or Game 1. Like I wonder if you can make a second one.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know why you would, but
it's gonna take a really, really long time for me to make this one. It took me 4 hours to finish my stage today.
Yeah, that game definitely tries your patience.
I think this update looks massive and good, and it's gonna fit really well with the game. I'm excited to see the game really get fleshed out even further. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up or put it back in though. Like on stream, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm torn.
So this game, we get this great new update for Mario Maker, but it's coming at a time where we're living in Animal Crossing mania. And guess what? On the same day that we get a Mario Maker announcement, or was it the next day?
Well, the update is the next day, the following day.
Okay, so the update is the following day. We get an Animal Crossing update coming, or we got this big news video. So Animal Crossing is getting a free update on 4/23. Their newly added island visitors. We've got Leaf's Garden Shop, where you can buy shrubs. Jolly Red's Treasure Trawler. So Red is back selling art. And the museum expansion, so it's going to include selling art. So you got to be careful. I think Red is going to be selling you fraudulent paintings again. So make sure before you buy a painting, go to the internet.
Now we have the internet.
Yeah, go to the internet and make sure it's the correct painting.
And make sure that the person on the internet is not trolling you either.
That's true.
Go to a viable source.
Yeah. So those are like the 3 new big permanent things that are happening. We're going to have those things permanently in the game. But then we've got some temporary events coming up. We've got Nature Day running from April 23rd to May 4th. They're going to be limited time Nature Day activities. I think one of them in the trailer was plant 5 shrubs, and you got Nature Day bonus Nook Miles or something. And then we've got May Day coming. It's going to be May 1st through the 7th. You can head out on limited time May Day tours from the Dodo plane people. I forget what they're called. Wilbur.
Dodo Airlines. Dodo Airlines.
Dodo Airlines. On this island, though, I saw Rover in the background. We haven't seen Rover in the game yet, so I'm excited that we're starting to see like more of these characters from previous games are showing up in this video. Like we saw Leaf, we saw Red, and we saw Rover in the Mayday thing. Then there's International Museum Day is happening on 5/18 through the 31st. Where they do something called like Stamp Rally, and I think maybe is it like you have to go to your museum and like have everything in each.
I think it looks like you just have to visit the.
Oh, you just
part of the museum.
You just
That's
have to visit it. Okay,
I don't know.
It's a long time for International Museum Day. 18th through the 31st, but whatever.
Cool.
That's why I was thinking maybe it was like completing
like
parts of the museum based.
These events aren't as like in your face as like Bunny Day were.
Yeah. That's one of what I was gonna ask.
But it's also weird that they call them an event. Like I don't know if it's really an event.
All right, let's get the last one out. It's wedding season. Wedding season, baby. If you watch Wedding Crashers. It's a whole month long, from June 1st to June 30th. Help arrange anniversary photos, and that featured Harv, which we've already seen, but it also featured Reese and Cyrus, the alpacas from the retail store in New Leaf. They're back, so maybe we'll get to see more of them. And I wanted to say, of all of these events, you guys, what are you the most excited about?
Red coming back in the art.
Yeah, because that adds like a whole new gameplay element.
Yeah, that does look really cool. I don't have experience with those in previous games because this is my first main one.
Well, he sells you fakes, and just be careful.
Yeah, apparently you have to like scour and figure out if it's real before you buy it or something.
It feels good to like get the right one though from him.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're doing updates this quick. It's only been a month. Only in a month. The museum expansion is exciting. That makes me believe that there's going to be more expansions. There was a data mine. I don't know if you guys know this. There was a data mine.
Spoilers. Leaks. Spoilers.
But all this stuff was in that data mine. I won't say the other stuff in it, but it leads me to believe that other stuff is probably real too.
That's cool. I'm excited the most probably for Jolly Red, but also just that the fact that it seems like as the year goes on, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and like we're getting to a point where like, okay, we've done so much, and it's like kind of feels like we're doing the same thing, and then they're like, boom, more content. All right, and then we're gonna do stuff, and then boom, more content. So this game already feels alive because it continues when you're not playing, and the fact that like they're continuing to keep it alive at a steady pace, unlike they did with Mario Maker, is really exciting for me.
And it's like selling like crazy. It was the best-selling game in March in the US.
It's because it's a very casual gamers can play this game and really enjoy themselves.
And there's a lot of mainstream coverage of it. Like a lot of celebrities are playing this game.
Yeah, what's her face? Chrissy Teigen is playing it.
Chrissy Teigen,
yeah.
I'm really excited to see more variety of islands to visit.
Yes.
When you go, when you spend 2,000 Nook miles to go on a mystery island tour and you end up on the same 3 or 4 islands consistently, it gets old pretty quick. So yeah, having the separate events for the different islands is really exciting.
That'll be cool for sure. Yeah, I mean,
I think the Nature Day will be cool. I like playing the missions and stuff.
It'll give me a reason, because I don't really mess with, like, I'm like, oh, I want some orange flowers here, and I planted a bunch of orange flowers. But, like, I don't spend a lot of time doing, like, the floral stuff or rearranging of trees. So, like, Nature Day is going to be, like, a little over a week and a half long. Like, I'll maybe spend that week and a half rearranging all the shrubs, or getting shrubs and rearranging my trees and planting flowers. And there's, like, incentive to do it. So like that's gonna be pretty cool.
I might make a hedge maze. I think that'd be
cool.
really fun.
A shrub maze.
Tea-themed hedge maze.
Yeah,
So
because behind the fat shrubs, it looked like there was a thin style that had hedges, and I hadn't seen that before. Maybe that's like a fencing type of thing.
I think that might be a type of fencing.
That could be.
But it could be new.
The shrubs were in Pocket Camp.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
I didn't spend that much time with Pocket Camp.
You could have shrubs in New Leaf, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Would you?
I remember buying.
I remember
shrubs.
Leaf having a store, or
Yeah, Leaf
like
was
in a little.
New Leaf.
Yeah, she had a store, and then also, didn't she like eventually show up and be like, "Let's play a mini game to pick up all these weeds"?
I don't.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, you'd like pick up a bunch of. Yeah, I remember that.
She would like help you because like your town, like if you didn't play for 6 months, would be just totally covered, and she'd be like, "Pick them all up. I'll tell you how many there are," and I'd be like, "Okay, cool, thanks." So it's exciting to see Leaf again.
Yeah. Speaking of characters, like seeing characters again, I wonder if Mr. Rossetti will finally show his face. I need some closure.
Well, we saw him last night for a brief moment. When we got kicked from that game, he was in the lower right-hand corner of that screen.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. When you get DC'd or
When
whatever.
you get DC'd, yeah.
He has that sad looking Rossetti.
Yeah.
So
It'll be
he's
nice to
there.
have more things to spend bells on because I just got a fat paycheck
Heck yeah.
from turnips. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you're not in the turnip market, you're playing it wrong.
I haven't done it yet.
I mean, you
I
got
made
it.
like
That's how you
14
make money.
million
That's-
bells.
I just
Yeah, that's how
I
you
don't
make
know,
money.
it like I feel like it adds way too much stress to like a game that's like not supposed to be stressful.
You know what adds stress to this game? The fact that when I got my roof edition and he told me my mortgage was over $1 million. I was.
I think I lost you.
Yeah,
What?
I lost
you
you
cut
too.
out for a bit.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So I said, what is stressful is when you get the roof edition or the attic or whatever, and your mortgage goes to like 1.5 million bells.
Yeah, well, then it goes to
Don't tell
2.5
me.
million. Oh, sorry.
Oh, dang. That's okay. All right, so we have had so much to talk about. I want to really quickly say these events seem way less intrusive than Bunny Day, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They seem more passive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that there are separate tickets for the different islands associated with the events is a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. So I think it looks great. I think it looks. Oh gosh, but I'm flashbacking PTSD to Bunny Day right now.
Bunny Day.
It just seems like fun. It seems cool. Like it seems like something that I could do casually and also continue to play my game.
Yeah, and ignore if wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Bunny Day
Which
was
is important.
Bunny Day was a week and a half, but it felt like months.
I think it was also because you're comparing it to the amount of time you've already played the game.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if Bunny Day would have happened 3 months from now, like it wouldn't have been so bad. But it was just that it happened so soon, and it comparatively it was like basically the same amount of time that you had already owned the game.
Yeah.
All signs pointed to like this was not fun for us.
I am
And
excited.
a lot of people were trying to upgrade their stuff and get resources, and they were all eggs, and it's like, I can't upgrade my stuff.
Speaking of upgrades, my Nook store is finally upgrading.
Why? How? How do you do it?
Yeah, mine's upgrading too.
A month after
I think
the
it's a
initial
month
store is built.
Or no, I think it's a month after you start playing.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I don't want to cut you guys short. If you have anything else to say, do you have any final thoughts on the Animal Crossing stuff?
Spending 200,000 bells also is a requisite to getting the upgraded shop.
I think I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think we're all excited for these less intrusive events and looking forward to, what is it? It starts on the 23rd.
Thursday, yeah.
And, yeah, starts Thursday and goes all the way to June 30th. So is that just a month?
Then we'll probably have
2
4th
months.
of July or like summer events too.
Yeah, but I love that it's not like the 4th of July or like these. They don't have like real like counterparts on the calendar.
Yeah.
They're like Animal Crossing days, so it's kind of funny. So
So
it's
there's
I mean,
like
it's,
something that's like it's like they don't call it 4th of July. They call it like something else though.
Yeah, but did they do it? I mean, Independence Day is uniquely American.
Yeah,
Like, did they do it for every... Is it an international holiday on the game?
I don't remember.
All right, anyways, moving on. All right, we're super excited for Animal Crossing. It was a really cool announcement to get, and we're going to play the heck out of it. All right, so let's move on to the thing we do at the end of every show, and that's talk about the new games that are coming out this week and what we've been playing. On April 20th, we have Title Shock coming to PC. On April 21st, we have the 7th season of PUBG coming to PC, and The Shattering also coming to PC. On the 22nd of April, we have Sound Self, a Technodelic, coming to PC and PC VR. Then on April 24th, we got a whole heck of a lot of games. We have Deliver Us to the Moon coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto coming to Switch. I wish that name was longer. Then we have Nintendo Switch Lite Coral. Huh? Lite Coral?
Is it only in Europe right now?
No,
I think it's a coral
here.
color of Nintendo
like
Switch
pink.
Lite releasing in
Europe.
Europe.
I see.
I think it already came out over here.
Nintendo Switch Lite Coral color coming to the EU. Then Predator Hunting Grounds coming to PS4. I think that's an asymmetrical multiplayer game where you hunt the predator and the predator hunts you. It sounds kind of
they were
actually.
in that one state of play and then they never mentioned it again.
I kind of like those asymmetrical multiplayer games. They're sort of interesting. Then we've got Trials of Mana coming to PC, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Then XCOM Chimera Squad, which it looks like it's a DLC or expansion, coming to PC. So those are all your new games coming this week, April 19th through the 25th. Now we're going to get in quickly to what we've been playing. Cooltrainer Camilo, why don't you tell us what you've been playing?
I've been playing the heck out of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I only have like 2 chapters left, so I'm like near the end. I've been hitting the feels a lot, so I've been enjoying it.
Nice.
And I've also been playing some Pokemon. I am in my National Dex quest. I moved on to like Black and White, so I've been playing through that and like just trying to like recatch all those Pokemon to put them in my
Thanks,
home.
son.
So,
That's Gen 5, right?
yeah.
You're 5 gens into a living dex?
Yeah, I've up to Gen 4 living decks.
Woof. All right. Dan, what have you been playing?
I'm playing a ton of Animal Crossing. Lots and lots of Animal Crossing. I invested heavily in the stock market over Sunday, over the weekend, and it paid out. Paid off like massively last night.
You were worried, weren't you?
Yeah, I put in 2.2 million bells into the stock market at 105 apiece, and then a viewer showed up offering 586 per bell, and me and Phil went. I had to take like 6 trips, and I cashed out. I got like 14 plus million bells. Yeah, it was amazing, and
Fallen.
yeah, and then I finished up. I redesigned my outdoor cafe and added a double waterfall, like a 3-sided double waterfall area, and it looks so cool.
That's
looks so
amazing.
cool. Excited
awesome.
about it.
And people can catch you streaming this on Twitch, yeah?
Yes, I've been streaming a lot on Twitch at the Tea Lounge, and
right.
I will be live actually tonight, but it'll be like a couple of days ago when you see this. But I'm probably live
Probably
when
live
you click
tonight.
on this video.
Yeah, he's probably live tonight when
Yeah.
you're watching it. Anyway, okay, cool.
I'm doing like 9 to 12 hours a day,
Oh my god.
5
Oh,
days a
boy.
week or so.
That's
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
that's an appropriate amount for Animal Crossing. Let's see, John, what have you been up to?
I got back into Link's Awakening on the Switch.
Oh, cool.
That game is really good. Like, I like it a lot. I was worried. Like, I went back into it. I was worried that I wouldn't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured it out pretty quickly. And I think I'm only like 2 dungeons away
Get it.
at most of the stuff.
What
I've been
difficulty are you playing on?
the regular one.
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to flex or anything. I was just
the
wondering.
hero mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I think I should go back and do it. I don't do it on hero mode.
But you're also playing something else, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Ring Fit Adventure. I'm trying to get active again. It's been way too long.
Get it, boy.
I've just been sitting, and Phil has been playing Just Dance, making me look like a fool.
It's true.
So I got back into Ring Fit Adventure. I checked out the rhythm game, and it's okay. It's not like fully fleshed out. There's only like 3 moves that you do. It's definitely a workout. Like when you do the more advanced stuff, you're moving a lot. You're doing a lot of the exercises.
Very cool.
My legs are hurting now, so
You gotta stretch,
must be
man.
doing something. I know.
Stretch. You got a foam roller? You got a tennis ball?
Well, there is like they do a stretching thing in the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Like you do like a daily stretch.
Us old men, we got to work out those kinks,
know.
man. So John mentioned it. I am playing Just Dance 2020 on my Twitch stream. Usually from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, Monday through Friday. If you want to check that out, please do. I am trying to play only the hard and the extreme songs, which means I'm doing very poorly. However, it also means that I'm getting way better at the game. I figure it's a better strategy to start off doing stuff hard and just like jumping in full force. It's kind of how I just live my life anyways. Than just being like, well, I'm going to work my way up for 5 weeks, like trying to figure this out, doing like little hand motions. Like I get the hand motions. Let's move on. Then I'm also going to be streaming some Super Mario Maker 2. Spoilers, it's going to be a lot of me doing level maker. So if you're not into that, don't tune in. Or just come in and say hi or whatever. And then lastly, I just quickly want to mention it because it's technically a game. I've been playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to tell everybody out there, if you're afraid to play Dungeons and Dragons because you think it's too nerdy, it is too nerdy, but like I also think it's very cool, and it flexes your creativity muscle. And I need to move my body. I'm doing Just Dance. I'm moving my body. I need to flex my brain. So I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm writing campaigns, and I'm just doing everything I can during the crazy times that we're living in right now to like move my body, like make sure my critical thinking skills are like still going. So like I really encourage you guys, like you don't have to play Just Dance 2020 and play Dungeons and Dragons to do that. But any way that you can like move your body, exercise, like think, like solve problems, like I don't know, like go try to solve an algebra problem, like
Mario Maker puzzle levels.
Yeah, do something that's like keeping your brain like fresh and active. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to. I just think it's really important to like, flex all your muscles and your brain. It's because we'll atrophy if we don't.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh god, I hit my mic. Sorry, Cam. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and ring that notification bell. You can check out the audio version of this podcast on Google Play, Spotify, and iTunes. Please join the Discord to keep in touch with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We post on there every day. All the links to that stuff and all the links to our personal channels where we're doing all that cool stuff we were just talking about can be found in the description. Please follow us and support us because we do try really hard to make really entertaining content for you every single day on all like 11 of those channels. So thanks again for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.